No. As I toss your second character sheets to the side.
Yeah, does somebody want to ping Run?
I mean,
Yes.
technically, I now.
Up yet.
Oh, you're welcome. You're back. I didn't realize.
Technically, now I
Nice,
do
that's
have an idea for a second character. Now
Oh.
I do.
You do now.
The Aasimar Shadow Sorcerer. I
that
love
sounds like a pretty
the
interesting idea.
Yeah. My second character is probably going to be like Halfling Diviner.
Nice.
Is it because of the
Although-
rerolls?
When I was looking at
Yeah, because the Halflings get automatic rerolls of nat ones.
yes, but as I was looking at the Aasimar stuff, I saw a thing where it's like, oh yeah, the Barbarian class, it's got nothing for it, and I'm just like, but the RP though,
Yeah.
the RP of an
RP,
Aasimar Barbarian would be amazing.
I mean, the Aasimar racial ability works for any damage class, so you
Right.
could absolutely
Right,
use
that's
the
the
Aasimar.
thing. Like that's why I was looking at that website with a confused look. I'm like, but the RP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Like that.
The other thing is the change of racial stat bonuses to make them flexible helps that out a lot. Where
Oh yeah.
it used to be that the Aasimar stats didn't work well for a barbarian, but that's not a problem anymore.
Yeah. But now I just imagine, an Aasimar being born into a barbarian tribe kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're just like it just takes the zealot path or whatever.
I mean,
It's
gods of war
awesome.
do exist.
Gods of
Yeah.
war exist.
I mean, Korrak kind of prays to one.
Yeah, I mean, Korrak, if he was a barbarian, would be a zealot barbarian, but he is
Yeah.
a paladin.
Yeah. Fun fact, actually, Lyndall was a zealot barbarian.
Really?
Yes.
Who is his god?
Tymora, the god of luck.
Oh, nice.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
That checks out.
God. Maybe Thanos' god should have been Tymora because obviously he needed.
He needs
Yeah.
protection from the goddess of misfortune. God damn. He really got put through the shitter, literally.
Ugh.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah, that happened, didn't it?
Yep. Right into the sewer water.
Yuck.
Ugh.
He almost died in the sewer water, and that's not a way to go.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like embarrassing ways to die, obviously the party definitely did almost die several times to monsters, but the rug and the bridge.
Yes.
Rug, yeah.
Look, next man is
Brought the bitch
Yeah.
back. What
So
kind of
many
sadistic
dumb
bastard
ways
are
to
you?
die.
That's the run back.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell, man? You knew exactly what you were doing when you had the second bridge.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yep.
Damn bitch.
Vex got his revenge on the rug, though. If I
That's
remember
true.
right, yeah, he rolled like what, a net 20 to
That's true, yeah.
get back up, and then he went to attack when it was his turn and rolled really well.
Yes.
I think the best thing that happened last session would probably have to be Korrak at the very end of the fight. Because like again, you couldn't hit it for like the longest time, and I felt bad. But also like it was low-key kind of fun.
Fear
Yeah,
effect.
yeah,
It
the
was
fear
all good.
effect. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
But
couldn't
then
get it.
Ty,
And flying in the air.
Yeah.
I do want to put this out there. It was because Ty pulled off something insanely stupid that should not have fucking worked, and it was so awesome.
Yeah, I reward that kind of thinking.
Right.
I'm like, you know
Like,
what?
how does a string like that shoot a sword? It doesn't make much sense, but you know what?
Who
Fuck
cares?
it.
Who cares?
Fuck it.
Well, so one of the reasons why I reasoned it out, why I was okay with it, is because Ty's sword is this very special type of sword. Not like excluding the fact that it's like a sentient sword. It's what's called a needle, essentially. It's somewhat of a mix between a long sword and a rapier. It doesn't have
So once again, this this campaign is about COVID.
yeah. Yeah. I can never
Fighting the
escape.
dragon with the
Yeah.
We slayed the infected plague dragon with the needle.
That's
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Art imitates life.
yeah. I mean, I didn't really think about that.
As long
until
as
you
we're
mentioned
fighting
it.
the Scholar of Rot, it's just gonna be a bunch of COVID references every
Yep.
fucking time.
Man.
Once we actually show up, we all need to just show up wearing surgical masks, and it gives us poison immunity.
You all stand 6 feet apart wearing surgical masks.
Yeah.
What do you think the battle squares are for?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my
Yeah, that's
Um,
why they say, practice social distancing. You should be called stay out of melee range.
God. Yeah.
Right.
One last real life thing. When I get my second dose, I'll let you guys know if I had any side effects because my dad did, but just for like a couple hours. But he was also high risk, so that
Yeah.
might have been part of it. But
Yeah. My
I
uncle's
didn't
also
really
high risk
have
because he's
anything
like-
from the first shot except a sore arm.
yeah,
That's
same
about it.
here. It's like
I
all
am both
weird.
terrified and excited to get my first shot because
Which one are you getting? The Moderna or the
Pfizer.
Pfizer?
Pfizer.
Cool.
Yeah, do you want Pokemon Moderna or Pokemon Pfizer?
Basically.
No.
Well, because I have the Moderna,
You want to
and
play
my mom
Pokemon
got the
Plague?
Pfizer, and I went with her, and it was the same dang thing.
You guys want to play the new Pokemon game? It's either Pokemon Plague or Pokemon a vaccine.
I mean, Pokemon Insurgents is a thing.
Look,
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
a very
true.
well-known ROM hack.
oh god,
Did any of you
Pokemon
get to play
Plague
Pokemon
actually
Uranium?
sounds fun.
Yeah, I've got it somewhere on my computer.
Pokemon
My friend
Plague
downloaded it,
sounds
and I
fun.
never got to download it. But
Oh.
I felt bad. It's just a.
Have you guys played Pokemon Red Rocket?
No,
like-
I didn't.
Red Rocket Edition? It's awesome because you get to play as a Team Rocket member.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's all sorts of kind of fucked up things that they wind up doing, but it's it's still fun.
When you lose, are you blasting off again?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been diving into a game called Monster Sanctuary, which is like a
Ah.
Pokemon Metroidvania. I love
Ooh.
that game, so I've been doing that.
Oh yeah, I got my tax return, so that's nice.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I'm very happy because now I got money back.
Alright.
I can use that money to buy things that I need.
Yeah.
I finally bought an iPad case that cost me a lot of money. And I was like, I couldn't use I was very afraid to use my new iPad because I was terrified that I was gonna drop it and destroy it immediately. And just bought
You're gonna look at it funny, and it'll shatter.
Yeah, I know. But this
You
was
know-
like a $60 case, and it's actually really nice.
Yeah. It's made out of an iPad that someone else dropped. It's split into two pieces, and they just use
Oh.
that.
No, it's made out of a Nokia phone. Come on.
The most
But,
indestructible texture known to man.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's actually. It's been nice. It's like. I'm excited to finally be able to purchase necessary things like transit. Again.
This is always a plus.
Huh? Yeah, transit is a bus. Not like a bus,
Bus.
but you know what I mean, bus fare. Because it costs me like $30 every week.
I said a plus, but yeah, a bus too.
Yeah. Both of those things.
Both those things, yeah. Because it's like $30 a week for transit for work, so I can go to and from work.
Jeez.
Because it's
That's
like $3 just to go down
You're
on
in
a
San
bus.
Diego, right?
No, I
area?
live. Me?
Or where are you at? Yeah.
I live in Washington. I used to live
that's
in.
right.
I used to
That's
live in the
right.
Bay Area.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
but now I live in Seattle, and man, Seattle bus fare is like $2.75 a trip, and it's like if you and like obviously when you go on to another bus, you can tap and it'll be like, oh, you're just you're just transferring over to a different bus. Okay, but
Yeah,
like if
do
you
they have like monthly passes?
There are, but it's like
At least you guys actually got transport. That's not really a thing in North
wait.
Carolina.
Ah, gee, that's a shame.
it's technically. I realize it's technically cheaper for me to do the $30 a week rather than the monthly fare.
Okay.
Because even though it's unlimited, it's also like $100 a month, and I save like $10 by doing it weekly.
Yeah.
The way it works over here is it's cheaper to buy the monthly pass if you ride the bus twice a day, and I did back when I had to go to and from school. Although your tuition comes with free bus fare, which is great for the people who actually use
Ours
the bus. and the
didn't.
people who don't.
Ours came like our two like you actually when my school my community college basically you signed up and like you spent $125 to get $250 for free, or well not $250 for a bus card,
Nice.
which was okay, but also kind of suck ass at the same time because
Yeah.
obviously you're already paying to go to school there.
Yeah. Like the tuition, I can kind of understand. The thing that really bugs me is textbooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why I
giant
used the online
scam.
version. We just pirated the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciated
Yeah.
my professors who were just like, here is the
I-
Dropbox link of the scans of all the textbooks. Don't buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In any case,
In any case, Ren, hello.
I guess not.
We would like
Yeah.
to say hi. to you.
She was up till like 10 over in the Pacific Standard Time, which is like
Oh no.
way past what.
Yeah, I'm like, she's not waking up then.
No, she's not gonna.
So, are we gonna call this session off then? What are we gonna do? Do you want to run for just the 4?
You know what? We might just end up. We might just end up canceling the session for the day. We'll I don't know.
Unless we're like just doing like travel stuff and not really any strenuous
Okay.
combat.
We could finish.
Oh yeah, we don't have
Finish
combat
up
plans for the
first.
day.
We can
Well,
finish
the one
up
thing
on
is,
Amber.
like, is it possible that we could kiss
Ethan.
Ethan off into him attacking us?
He's kind of already pissed, but more so afraid pissed. It's because of what Vi did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vi
could you
kind
remember what
of.
happened at the end of the session? Because I know like Beryl had to leave and then I had to leave.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh, that's right, you both left
what
early.
like I got part of that conversation, but I didn't get all of it.
Should be in
I
the
put
recap.
the recap.
Yeah.
And if you want to just listen to it, it's episode 7.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I didn't see you. Oh no, you just uploaded it. Never mind.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing is that Ethan's like, you have to do a blood oath with me to swear that you will not tell.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I won't tell. And Korrak's just like, didn't
Perfect.
mention a thing about me.
Yeah. Because he's
Yeah.
very.
Whistling in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Korrak's just like, oh, she doesn't have to.
Yeah, she doesn't have to. But yeah, he's very. He does not like what you guys are doing, or what more specifically what she's looking for, and he's like, I'm not a part of this. That's you.
Yeah.
Go.
Korrak's just kind of like,
Yeah.
Well,
The one thing I
Korrak-
want to know
Innocent
is
little angels.
the one thing I want to know is like, what is going to happen when we burn down the town?
He's. I did have a couple ideas.
Because
but
like,
I do not
would
want to
he
spoil that.
view that as a breach of contract when we got rid of the town?
Of your original contract? No, he did. I don't think he would think so. At least at the moment. But you would have to probably discover that on your own.
Well, like that's the thing. If that would lead to combat, then I
would most
I would
likely
be
not
willing
lead
to
to
do
combat,
that
because
combat.
Well,
but
I'm
I
worried
want
about
the
you
party here
burning
for
the
that.
town.
I mean, right now, Tolsimir went off to go tunnel Voya, and like,
Yes.
I imagine that
I'm ready for
when,
Yeah,
I
that
imagine that
sort of
when
happened.
Vi and Korrak came back out. I imagine when they came back out, Korrak could probably advise maybe just like going on and then coming back later when they're stronger and more likely to be able to kick his ass.
Yeah. So Tolsimir, I'm pretty sure, is out of the place, and he
Yeah.
obviously isn't going to go back in because that counts as him going back in.
Yes.
So he's going to wait outside with Voya, who is now a slightly less traumatized horse.
Voya is
and-
not just slightly less traumatized.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm aware of that.
But I'll leave that up to you if you want to elaborate on that later. In any case,
I mean, it
yeah.
should be pretty obvious given that she has wings now.
Oh well, I guess.
Korrak's just like, did Voya always have wings?
No.
Yeah.
Huh.
No,
Well,
she
that-
didn't.
I was gonna let you decide how you wanted that to look.
I'm going to
because-
say, like, so, slight out of character thing. Voya basically got significantly buffed
Yes, she did.
in between the last session and this one. And one of the things is she can fly. And I did not want to have her, like, gallop over the air. So, yes, definitely she has wings now.
Oh, you don't want her
Nice.
galloping on the clouds.
I
Just like
mean,
those
she
little
definitely
clouds on-
could, but
Yeah.
the wings are the thing that are actually keeping her up in the clouds.
Cool. So yeah, she has got wings now. She's a Pegasus.
She also can attack
Nice.
and actually hits pretty hard as well.
Oh
and is when I hit level 5, I got Find Steed. So I cast that and bonded her to me as my paladin steed.
That's with your Oath of Ancients, right?
No,
Or-
every paladin can get that. You could do it too if you wanted.
Huh. Weird.
Technically,
Korrak's not really one for mounted combat anyway.
yeah. Normally the spell summons a steed, but
He is
in
the
this
mounted
case, I had
combat. Come on.
Yeah.
Kai just needs to get on Korrak's shoulders and then it's perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. Korrak is the mount, and Ty can just sit on his shoulders.
Like charge.
I can't wait for Ty to get delayed blast fireball.
Yes.
Man,
Because
that's gonna be-
Korrak's gonna look at her and be like, Ty. He pulls out a javelin. Do it.
Yeah.
How
Uh,
close is Ty to getting fireball? I think you're just one level away.
Just one level, yeah. Next
Alright.
level, I'm gonna grab
And
it.
or no, even better, like if Korrak tries to get something with fire resistance, so like he can hold out his halberd and be like, Ty, delayed blast fireball
Yeah.
on the weapon.
Yeah. So
So
in any
we
case-
have the fireball throwing cleric, the fireball throwing bard, and the fireball throwing wizard.
There you go. Did she actually get fireball? I don't know.
Well, she
Well, he
probably,
has-
I don't know.
Vi
She
has
could.
minute meteors, which is
Yeah.
basically like 6 fireballs. They're small
Right.
and less damage, but
Basically,
Similar.
yeah. Like,
It's like a
I
version of
imagine
magic
Vi has access to a variety of spells as a wizard, so
She
Yeah.
does have lightning bolt. Or like
I imagine Vi is probably gonna get like other not fire spells
yeah.
because
Yeah.
we have enough fire.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna like the guy who
Vi's been
runs
really
this
secretive
thing.
about their character, so I do not know their spell list, but I know it has.
Well, I
meteors.
mean, I don't
Yeah.
imagine. we
Well, just
would.
considering like wizard spell lists in general,
Yeah,
Yeah.
have
Wizard-
access to a lot of stuff.
yeah. Wizard spell lists in general, she probably has like a plethora of things to choose from.
When you meet the guy who runs fire, like, oh, by the way, we like, oh, yeah, we know a lot about fire. Like, we have a lot of fire. So it's like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I know. I can feel it every time you ping me.
Every time we use fire stuff, it's a Discord notification.
It's like
Yeah.
at everyone.
It's just like,
Like, God damn it.
at Lord of Fire. It's like, ah.
God damn it, Cinders.
He's like, yeah, I know. I'm aware of you.
Or I imagine Shipman and Cinders might get along simply because Shipman enjoys violence, and so does Cinders when it involves fire.
Yeah.
And Syndrus is a weapon.
And Cinders is a weapon.
You know, so I don't know. You take that as you will. But
Uh.
yes, last we left off, Ethan was very not super happy about everything. He also did improve the heart skill for the light list that Vi had in exchange for not mentioning anything. It now allows him, instead of a shadow, for the same amount of time, for 1 minute, you can become a wraith, if you apply it properly.
Nice.
Other than that, you killed the dragon. The dragon is now very, very dead. Yes.
I'm curious. So there are dread item stuff that come in 3 parts. Are there faith item parts as well?
That's a good
And
question.
can you mix and match them?
Yeah.
I don't
For now,
know.
what
I'm
I'll
just
say is
curious.
that because you do not have any knowledge,
Oh yeah,
based
no,
it on-
Korrak's got no fucking clue. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
as good as a player.
That's you're at yes you definitely have a good idea. That's definitely the right train of thought.
Cool.
But
Cool.
what
Korrak
you've
would have
noticed-
no fucking clue.
Yes.
Korrak
Yeah.
kind of sees Ty and Vi getting these things, and he's just not sure how the fuck it works.
Yeah.
Yes. However, Korrak has whack, and whack has not failed him yet.
Korrak has
It's
whack,
true.
and
And so
his
does
whack can
Shipman.
hit very, very hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yes. Basically, you found another skill. The skill has been evolved into a further state, which is yes. It is now a very rare item in comparison to the previous rare item. Or not item. It's a very rare skill rather than an item. But I'll let
Can I
you.
ask a question about it?
Yes.
The Wraith has. Alright, well, first of all, are you okay with me looking at the Wraith stat block, considering
Yes.
this thing doesn't even do it? The Wraith has an ability called Create Spectre, which lets it revive other creatures as a Spectre. If we use that, will they persist once we stop being a Wraith?
That is a good question. I'll say that depends on you. Because you're still technically the progenitor. I'll say you can decide whether or not you want to keep them.
Alright, well, we need to find.
Well, that's what's Vi, though, not Tolsimir.
Well, that's true.
Oh, I thought it was
currently-
unclaimed.
It is unclaimed, but there's a
I thought
limitation.
Vi had already claimed it,
Yeah.
though.
No,
Okay.
she didn't. She has it in her bag, but she hasn't used it.
And then
The reason
I'm
why
pretty
it's-
sure
like,
Tolkien
again-
can't use it. But
Again, it's only available to 3 different domains, which currently only Vi and D apply to.
But for whoever does take it, you should definitely raise an entire army of spirits.
Yes.
So
You're gonna have so many friends following you.
Yes.
Yep, so many friends that Zone's just gonna instantly regret everything.
destroy them all.
Now, eventually, he's just gonna have a very pissed off cleric show up and be like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?"
It's like what the Eva's like. Although do keep in mind if you do try to keep them around, you do have a goddess with you who's just like
Whose domain is life and
Like,
does not like undead. So
it's like maybe not keep them as horrible undead spirits. Maybe
Yeah.
hopefully, it would make her slightly uncomfortable to be around undead.
very uncomfy.
But yes, yeah. And then as we left off, the very last thing, as the two groups separated off between your group and Lana, Korrak, both Korrak and D went to go talk to Lana about their personal discussions. And D told her like, if you ever need a place, obviously you can come to my mother's orphanage. Whereas Korrak mentioned to Lana, asking her about the person who had the armor before him, which again his name was oh goodness, Arlo. Yes. Arlo's armor now belongs to Korrak, and as Korrak turned, he felt a hand on his shoulder, a very warm hand. It wasn't a god, and it wasn't a Yeah, it wasn't a god, and it wasn't one of these eldritch monster things. It wasn't even like a renowned hero or.
It wasn't even anything like particularly powerful. It was just.
It was just a man trying to do his best to save as many people as any adventurer would. He feels the warm smile of Arlo, giving him his blessings in a way.
Hooray!
So.
And eventually, when Korrak gets like, I don't know, like I would imagine if I were to go for another full plate set, I would want to go for enchanted, probably fire resistance or something, because it seems like a good thing to have.
Yeah. There's a lot of fire in this.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but also like Ty wouldn't have to worry as much about hitting Korrak.
True.
But also, then he can just use the helmed horror as an item, or as the item it is, where he just activates it and it becomes a helmed horror that fights with him.
Yes.
You can't really utilize it while he's wearing it. It's armor that does better when you don't wear it.
Yeah. But that was where we left off.
Yeah.
Currently, Vi, Hawthorne, I believe. Ty was also there. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The background listening. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, hello. Who is this? Oh, Zai. Okay. Hello, Zai.
Hi.
We're actually just starting the session because we got into like a lot of tangents.
You got it. Oh wow.
Lots and lots of
okay.
tangents.
Here am I to remind you that you guys have D&D.
Yeah. Perfect. But yes, that is where we left off. Welcome back to the session. So Ethan, basically yells at you, "Get the hell out of my, thing." Like I think
Get the fuck out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft.
Get out of my swamp!
Crazy kids, get off my lawn.
God damn it. Roughly to that extent, yes.
So what are we doing? We're heading towards that big town thing?
I think, yeah, the people we saved are going back towards Ashwood, and we are going to continue following the trail left by the Scholar of Rot, or whatever lead we got for that direction.
Yes. If that's where we left off, then yeah. So basically, did you still want to do any? Is there anything else you wanted to do here?
Light it on fire, but other than that, no, not really.
That's use.
Pretty casual.
Sorry.
Real quick, D is going to give letter of introduction and 100 gold to Lana.
Okay. Lana now has 100 gold and recommendation. I apologize if you're hearing foot sounds. That is me going down the stairs, so that way my dog is not lonely.
That's important.
He is a doggo. He needs loving.
Meanwhile, Shipman is still like, but fight! And Korrak's just like, we just killed a dragon.
He's like, but fight!
we literally just murdered a bunch of cloakers and a dragon.
No fight? Question mark? Sad face.
We already had our fight. The fight's done for now. For now. Don't worry.
Okay.
There'll be more fights later. Don't know when later, but later.
Okay. So, most of you guys are outside the town now. The wall is still currently up, and you leave Ethan to his own devices. Do you want to go and burn the town down then?
If nobody else wants to do anything, then sure.
Let's just start a small fire at like the edges of the other town.
No, start a large fire.
No, it's like put some kindling there and a bunch of other what's it called? The fuel for the fire, so that it gets bigger once we're out of reach. Just a couple stuffs. If you want, we can send a fireball in for good measure.
Hawthorne just launches a fireball right into the town as he leaves.
Yeah. Well, we had told the townsfolk to set up the town for burning, which I assume they did.
They did, and they were very curious about why.
Well, I mean, it's symbolic.
They're about to find out.
It's
They're about to
symbolic.
find out.
Well, we had told them why. The part of the deal was that anybody who came to the town afterwards was trapped there, so we wanted to make sure that there wasn't actually a town here to discourage people from showing up. It's the best we could do, other than just other than staying here, which we can't.
Perfect.
Sounds good. What a nice plan.
So everyone's outside now, and you're currently by the wall, ready to leave yourselves or burn down the town. Do you guys? Okay. So who? Okay, I need somebody to tell me what they're doing exactly, so I can describe going forward.
I mean, Tolsimir is riding his horse, sort of just waiting for the rest of the party, trying to make.
Yeah, there's not much Korrak can add, so he's probably going to wait with Tolsimir.
Yeah.
Try to give Voya a head pad or whatever.
Hey, those wings are new? Question mark.
Yeah, he's basically like, oh, you got wings. Nice.
He's gonna go with, I assume, Ty to to help set the fire.
Perfect. Okay, so the fire is now set. As you start this regular flame, basically, you start the fire inside the house, inside one of the houses closer to the wall. Inside, you haven't quite left yet. And as this fire starts growing, basically something explodes out of the shadow, and you can see a spectral shadow hand jump at the flames and immediately grabbing at it to crush it, to snuff it out, essentially. Basically, it as you can somewhat tell, it doesn't notice either of you, and it's probably more so acting in instinct rather than as any sentient effect. As it went to go snuff out the regular fire, before it got any bigger, and then as it does so, it retracts back into the closet where the doors close.
Break the closets.
Smash closets.
You want to smash the closet?
Yeah, go smash closet.
Don't worry, this is just something they're going through right now.
You smash the closet, and the closet is pretty empty in regards to pretty empty in regards to that. And there's something that speaks to you, Ty, as you break the closet with your weapon. It's like he speaks to you. Normal fires won't survive long enough here. You need something stronger than human-made fire. You need something like me.
Fireball! Fireball.
Firebolt also wasn't if you used Firebolt to start the Kindle fire, it was roughly around to the same extent, where that even the regular normal magical fire was immediately snuffed out, because it started a big fire. Maybe a big fire inside a living room.
Yeah, I imagine that she went and smashed some chairs and tables or whatever for kindling, and then had delight it, since she technically doesn't have anything that can light a fire at the moment, just make fire bigger.
Yeah.
So,
which is essentially to the extent it snuffed out that fire before you can get it going. It didn't attack you. Like the second the spell went off and like landed onto the wood that you use, like the smashed tables and the smashed chairs, the spectral hand grabbed at it and like you guys feel a burst of like cold energy just like hit you like a wave, like a like basically you get a wave of a freshy, like the fresh air blast you get when you walk into like a hardware store that has the big fans and it's a hot day. You walk in and you just hit with a wave of cold air. Yep. But Sendris is offering to make something stronger.
Okay, I'm down for that. But she would.
Also, wasn't there an important bug or something in this town
A
that
person
the
what?
dragon was after?
It was more so the
Yeah, I thought they were just having like a territory dispute.
Oh.
Yeah, it was after the whole place. So, there were a couple things it was supposed to be after, but you know, it's like obviously, like organizations want to steal things from other organizations and become top dog, and it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's items, people, or places. In this case, it might have been a couple of those, but yeah.
Burn it all.
Yes. Yeah, she's gonna inform D. Like, I think my friend is going to help, so should back up. Or leave the building entirely. I'm not sure how big this is going to be.
He basically tells you, Ty, to place him in the center of the most amount of wood, like stab it into the floor.
Okay.
And then
yeah, that's a good call.
Basically, he's telling like cast one of your spells onto me rather than the area.
Okay, then she's gonna use prestidigitation to light the kindling, and then just whatever Sendris wants to do from there.
As the kindling starts, it gets like immediately. It almost singes your eyebrows. It almost does, as like because like the second the fire just started to the spark just clicked. It just immediately backlashed with like the force of the air pressure and the fire, like a small miniature nuke that's I guess smaller than a fireball. So it's not enough to actually damage you, but like it's like oh shit, it's already starting. It's essentially a bonfire. So we know what like starting a fire with like the whole magnifying glass on the Kindle, right? It's basically what's happening here is that the equivalent is the magnifying glass to the Kindle to the bonfire. That's the type of difference that we're talking here. The second that the sparks start going, the house starts immediately erupting in flames. And it draws the attention of Ethan, who goes over to immediately like assess like he's very like panicked. He's like, no, god damn it, I knew I should have never trusted those infernal bastards. Basically, he's like starting to freak out as the darkness above tries to start putting it out, but the more it's put out, the more flames start to aggressively attack right back at it. And you can feel the waves of both cold and hot energies just trying to vie for control as they keep fighting for it. As the house starts to burn down, Sendris calls back to you, now let's go. Basically, you can feel the pulses of the veins on your arms calling for you to grab him again.
All right, then she's gonna go into the wreckage and find him.
It's still burning. So basically, you have to run back into a burning house, grab the sword, and then run out as the fire continues to spread more and more. But yes, as you run out of the house, and eventually, yeah, you're now at the house closer to the edge of the border. But unlike before, where like most of the fires were immediately snuffed out, you can basically see everyone who's still kind of somewhat inside can see the walls trying to like grasp at the flames, whereas the flames themselves like are starting to push back against it. Where a normal fire would immediately be snuffed out, this is not going out. It's aggressive. It's very more aggressive than the darkness is, and the darkness can't like keep up with it. So it spreads over to the next house, and like the two houses right next to it, both on left and his right, and it's starting to also catch fire. But you hear something as you run out of the house. You hear, it's not like Dee's friend, where it's a child's laughter. You hear laughter. It's more like the laughter of an impish madman. You know, they're giggling and they're very excited. And you thought you saw like a 1 foot tall flame elemental creature just running around, grabbing items and like laughing its ass off with just a big cheesy smile on its face. As it's tearing things apart and setting things on fire. And then you just like more and more start to appear, and you can see them just all starting to play, and they keep and the more they spread out, the more fire catches. Ethan is freaking the fuck out. So yeah,
It concerns me slightly that you know exactly the voice for the laughter of an impish madman. It's like, was that a voice you had practiced? Did you rehearse that?
I hope not.
That was good though.
Korrak's just watching all of this, and he's just like, she's having fun.
Yeah.
Woo.
Basically, Sendra's hand in your hands. You can see this Sendra starting to steam, and he's like, infernal imps. Oh, they're so like low-level creatures, but man, they can get going. Once you get them started, there's nothing that can stop them. You know, so essentially, yeah, they're starting to spread out, and they're starting to spread out fast.
Perfect. Time to leave.
Time to go.
So,
this place belongs to fire now.
Yeah.
Yes, only fire lives here now.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, did we make the problem worse or better?
Possibly. But it's Ethan's problem now, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, Ethan's problem now.
So,
and I mean, hey, it's not like innocent people are gonna see a fire and then walk right into it.
So basically, as Ty, right before you leave, as Dee runs away and like everyone's running away, you're the last to leave the thing. Not because like you're being held back or anything, just because you know you're just the last in the group to.
Right.
No, I imagine Korrak.
I
imagine Korrak picked up Ty and is just kind of football running them out.
Basically, you can see like the fires actually reached far past before you got to the gate, and they're all like they can't get past quote unquote the wall, but they're starting to overtake it. No, they're starting to like rage against it pretty hard. But you see one of these small impish creatures. It's about 1 foot tall. You know the evil version of Bendy, like the living version of Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's basically like that, but they're like 1 foot tall. Like it's like the cartoon sized version of him, but it's like the ink. It looks like the kind of ink version if it was on fire. And rather, one comes up to you. It's really 1/4 of your height, Ty. It looks at you like it basically stares you down, and it stops Korrak right in his tracks before you can exit. And it looks at you, it tilts its head, and it smiles at you, Ty. It's very enjoying.
The doggo is too.
Doggo.
No. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, it smiles at you, Ty, and it's basically you don't. It doesn't really speak, but you can kind of like get its body language. It runs up to you and tries to give you something as an offering. Basically, it's someone's. It's like it's one of the dark monster's fingers. That it just took. So it runs up. It runs up Korrak's leg and arm to give it to you. It's just all it is. It's the
Korrak's just like, ow, okay, this is happening.
This is yeah. It's just the finger of a monster. It does nothing. It basically has no value. It's just the finger of a monster as an offering to you, Tynae. And then it jumps off and goes back to cause more havoc.
She acts like, like when a little kid like gives you a bug and like you don't want the bug, but you appreciate the gesture that they're trying to share.
Yeah, pretty much.
Aw, thanks.
Oh, he gave you a trophy.
Yeah, thank you. That's so nice.
Quick,
All right, let's go.
So that is essentially what happened. But yeah, more and more of these imps. Your shipman's starting to pick up bad habits. Yeah, the imp runs off. The thing gets fired, and now you guys are outside the wall, and you can tell that a lot of
Ethan's been fired.
Yeah, you can tell a lot of the oppression in the immediate area has shifted. Like there was the corruption, and then the darkness that you were dealing with. The darkness immediately killed off the corruption, so you never felt so that type of oppression is gone because you killed the dragon. However, the oppression and the darkness that had on the immediate outside of the wall is you can feel like it's gone, but you can kind of guess why it's gone because its attention is currently elsewhere.
I worry that we may have gone out of the frying pan and into the fire, but that's a problem for another time. Let's go.
Yep.
This is Ethan's problem right now.
Yeah,
so
it's Ethan's problem. Also, yeah, and Korrak's also going to add. Also, it's not like people are going to willingly walk into fire, whereas they were willingly walking into there.
It's probably not going to stay on fire for that long unless
I don't know. It's
really
a fire caused by one of our friends. So
okay, good point. I have no idea what's going to go on with that fire.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's not be around to find out, because I imagine if the fire wins, it might be fire, and if Ethan wins, he might have a few choice words for us.
Yeah,
so let's not be around because it seems like he can't leave.
Undo, let's go.
He probably could, but also he has to kind of deal with the fire. So he's like, oh, that's fire. Oh no.
You motherfucker!
So we're heading to.
When you come back, you
towards that.
See him. Well, if you do come back, you basically see Ethan charred, and he's just like breathing out like.
Would he really look any different? Isn't he like completely black?
His clothing is completely black, but his face.
Okay.
He still has a normal human face.
That's my look. Serves you right. I got this trademarked in 2007.
So yeah, basically one of remember the really old town guard with Lana, because they're starting to leave in groups, but they just to make sure everyone else is like they're staying in the back, so that way, because again there's still a lot of people that's left, but they obviously they're staying in the back, and they see you guys run out of there like it's nobody's business, and he's like, are you kids okay?
Yeah, we might want to
goodbye.
We're good. We're good.
Like,
long story short, the town is on fire. Let's go.
Yeah.
What?
It's not your home anymore. It's symbolic. Don't worry about it. This is your last goodbye to the town that has held you prisoner.
As you guys are leaving, He just looks at me like, wait, what? Why? What happened? What's going on?
Sorry,
What? No one's going back there.
I thought we had talked about this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure we did.
Yeah, it's like so. You told that to Lana, like, because again, he has to like he's talking to he has to deal with a whole group of people.
All right. Well,
Oh.
in that case, Tolsimir will explain what the situation is. Where part of the deal was that anybody who walked into, anybody who came to the village afterwards, would be trapped. So our plan, we can't really prevent that, but the reason we came to the village in the first place is because there was a village there. Whereas if there was not a village there, that would help discourage more people from coming there.
Especially
felt like
since now there's a lot of fire instead of a village.
Yeah. So we felt like it would be a good way to discourage people from showing up if we burn the village down.
Or he puts his hands up in the air, like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. At this point, yeah.
It's like,
He's like, okay, you know what? I don't live here anymore.
just trust us, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, just head on to Ashwood. You'll be safe
just-
over there.
Yeah.
We're planning on coming back, right?
Yeah, it's like,
At some point.
like, all right, well, all right, you do you. It's like, okay, well, I've had enough of this fucking town. I've been trapped here for 50 years. I'm ready to go not be here forever.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right.
So
Later.
I have also had enough of this town. I haven't been trapped here for 50 years, but I have had to deal with Ethan and the dragon. So I would also
The day
Yeah,
and a
let's
half,
just-
whatever it was, that was more than enough. So
yeah.
Yeah, more than enough. Let's all go.
So I would like to go to a town because we are now 1,000 gold richer, and I would like to convert that into less, being dead if possible.
Less being dead. Yes. Okay.
To prevent death.
You were also told at the very end, as one of the items of agreement that Vi had with Ethan, is where you can cut off the Scholar Rot. So they essentially had he opened up a map and pointing to like where he kind of predicted the Scholar Rot would go. I'd have to double check.
Mossberg.
Thank you. That's the city of which that's not the city, more like a village. That's considered that they said, oh yeah, most likely that's where it's going to go for like its big for one of its big things. Maybe not its penultimate thing, but it's probably its next move. So that's the city that Vi was told, and I don't know, I'm gonna assume on her part that she told everybody about Lossberg. It's essentially in the I guess I wouldn't really say local area, but like the surrounding areas and the towns that are nearest to it. That Lossberg is considered to be a cesspool, essentially. Like it's pretty bad in the health department, even without.
Oh yeah, successful. Unlike all the other places we've been to so far.
Yes, but this was already because without the evil eldritch monsters that you're dealing with.
is this so?
I
This
even
is
know
like
there's
a
evil
moral.
eldritch monsters.
So instead of like a literal cesspool, like with the dragon, it's like a moral cesspool.
No, it's
I,
basically a center for disease that was before the evil monster. That without the evil monsters' help.
Okay.
But because of it,
I
it's
just made it.
heavily. Yes.
Sounds like a
because-
good place for Tolsimir to do some paladin ass kicking.
Yes.
Something like that.
We're also a paladin.
It's pretty far away though, and you might run into a town or two before you get there.
Yeah, that works. So I guess we're gonna head
Yeah.
that way.
Yes. Let us go. So, as you guys travel along, everything is fine. I need a perception check, but it's based on smell.
I don't think any of us has. It's just like a regular perception check.
Regular
Most of us don't,
perception,
huh?
but it's regular perception. But your perception, I'm telling you now, it's not based on sight. It's more like smell.
Okay.
Mm,
Yes.
well, I'll try because I have proficiency.
Oh, try it.
Proficiency in sniffing.
Technically, I would argue that Bartholomew could simply because scent analyzed.
Okay. Tolsimir has a okay perception, but he doesn't have the best perception in the group. So if you just want one, I will let an actual perceptive person do it.
There you go. I just yeah. If any, basically I only need one, but if anyone wants to smell it, go right ahead.
If you want to smell it, you can stop and smell.
If you want to smell the smell.
I mean, I've been.
Kind
The
of
smelly smell, the smelly smell that smells.
Yes.
Smelly.
So is this where we're?
You've already left the town. I did fail to mention. I do apologize.
Okay. So we left town. We're just on our way. This is sometime.
It's been, I'd
Are we
say,
following the trail that the guy sent us on?
yes. So basically, it's been a day. It's been maybe a day or two since you left Moonbrook and you're on your trip. It's just a regular forested area. It's still foresty area. It's less dense as it was in Moonbrook as it starts to get normal again. And wow, that's quite an earth. Like Korrak, Hawthorne.
Smell.
Hi, yeah. It's man, that's a earthly smell that you
wasted our good rolls here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Korrak got a 12. That's okay.
Give me a second. I need to grab something. Thinking someone's calling me.
Spray something into your microphone to try and get us to smell it.
Yeah.
That does not work.
Immersion.
He understands. No, but yeah.
Oh, I do apologize. I just had to get my phone because I think someone's calling me.
How dare you have things to do?
I know. No, okay, it's just one of those bots again.
Beep poop.
I hate those stupid phone bots.
Are you getting the ones that keep calling you about your car insurance?
No, I get the one that's like you're being like you have a warrant out for you or something.
Oh
Like-
yeah, we had those
Great.
months ago, and then now we have ones that are about how we have to renew our car insurance. And they never
You have a
mention our
car?
Yeah, that's the joke between me and my brother. We're like, we don't even own cars.
Yeah. So okay.
That would be great. If next time they ask you that, you're like, I have a car?
Amazing.
Honestly.
Wow, man, tell me how to get my car. We're getting sidetracked again.
It's okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's fine.
Go ahead,
I
finish
brought
your
it up.
Essentially, what happens is like as you keep walking forward, man, that smell's gonna like it's really it's really earthly. It's a strong scent that like Hawthorne is pretty aware of actually.
Am I aware of it? Oh, is it weed?
It is.
Oh my
Basically,
I
gosh.
was like, what's that smell?
it's
guys.
basically because you're still following like you can now again see like small bits and pieces of corruption here and there, but
Oh, God,
like
Korrak's
as you
gonna be
no
so fucking hungry.
as you
Oh gosh,
as you
the weed corruption it spreads through the ground. Just weed.
as you go though, like you're noticing as you're getting closer and closer to the smell, the corruption's like not as aggressive. In fact, it's more docile.
Don't you dare say it's more chill.
Yeah. Does anyone want to go and investigate?
I will. I want that weed.
Korrak is very confused as to why Hawthorne is really excited about this smell.
It's like, are you going to ask?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tolsimir is going to
Hawthorne,
follow,
do you
carrying
know
his
this
pointy
smell?
stick.
Yeah. At the same time,
What is
Evo's
it?
like, Hawthorne.
Yes.
Hawthorne, what are you doing? Hawthorne.
Look, it's been a while, okay? I've been clean for... How many days has it been? How long ago did I meet you?
It's been
That
2
long,
days
anyway.
since you were clean, Hawthorne.
2 days too long. Let's go.
Been like at least
Hi,
a
Red.
month, probably longer.
Ren, I want you to roll perception.
Roll for
taste and
drugs.
smell.
Roll for
Oh yeah,
drugs.
does Ty know that it's weed? Since she
I'll
had
tell
to
you
look
guys,
in
like,
there?
yes, I know the smell. Do I know it specifically?
Yes, you do. You're very familiar with the smell. But I want Vi to roll.
Okay, wait, who's familiar with the smell?
Yeah,
Hawthorne's
if you,
familiar already.
Welcome to whatever
you roll
the
high, that
section
means
is.
you can give me the scientist
Korrak
name, and I'll give
does
you the
not.
layman's term.
Eventually, we all
Absolutely.
have to roll. Eventually, we all have to roll Constitution checks to see if we're high.
I'm gonna
Wait,
fail
wait.
intentionally.
What that?
Rolling perception.
Oh, by the way, as you guys left, Vi, just quick recap for you because you just came in. That's perfect. You smell something very earthly. It's very strong, and you're studying.
Beautiful.
It's the
Yeah.
smell of a
So,
burning plant.
Korrak's and then Korrak's gonna remember. Wait, Hawthorne, this is that weird grass stuff that you keep smoking, isn't it?
I haven't group smoked in a while. Eva threw away my last stash, so I'm gonna get more. Let's go.
Well, I mean, I imagine they. I don't. You said 2 days, and the parties known each other for more than that, so I imagine by now.
Yeah. Vi, essentially, but just a quick recap for you. What happened was they burned down the town. Essentially, Ty placed her sword as per fire, big fire, fire elemental imps. They started burning down the town, and Ethan's problem now is on fire. And that town is now on fire.
Only fire lives there.
Fire lives there.
Yep, and it's Ethan's problem.
Eternal fire. That sounds good.
Yeah.
No one would want to go into a town like that.
No,
Exactly.
exactly.
Like, oh
Anyway,
wow, this is a problem for Ethan. Okay, bye.
yeah. Anyways, Hawthorne, investigation roll. You get advantage because you are very aware of what this is.
It was my intelligence. I don't think I have.
Don't need math, don't need speed. All you need is a bag of weed.
Oh goodness.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Oh, bag of weed.
Oh damn, that sucks. I'm too high already.
I'm so excited.
Hawthorne, I need a constitution saving.
I failed intentionally.
Okay. Hawthorne, you're really mellow right now. You kept the highest. Man, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah. As
I am the
everyone, as
highest one now.
Hawthorne gets extremely excited and trying to try to find the source, all of you just see Hawthorne just kind of
I'm just sniffing the air.
like Hawthorne, at first, it's like a regular, it's not like a dog sniffing where it just continuously sniffs aggressively. It's just Hawthorne's inhaling it.
Yeah, Korrak's just gonna kind of take a cloth and just kind of put it to his face.
Yeah. Those of you with
We're
higher
wearing masks
constitution, it takes longer for it to affect you. Those of you.
Yeah,
Tolsimir had initially sensed danger, so he came over worrying that they might be attacked by something, but it seems fine. He would know what
why
weed is.
he's wondering why that smell is here.
Yeah. So Tolsimir is probably just going to leave now.
Yes, you're good. Hawthorne, I guess. So I guess
Just checking to see if I would have saved, but I don't want to.
you did save. You would have saved, yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm not. Character choices. I live by them.
I will say Dee's following Hawthorne.
Does someone else want to?
Fuck it, Korrak's gonna go and
Yeah,
investigate
sure.
the weird smell.
Go. Anyone who wants to figure out what this is, go ahead and investigate.
All right,
Yeah, I'm
let's
gonna
see.
say
That will be a -1.
I mean, I imagine Tolsimir, being a nature paladin, already knows.
Whoa!
He probably has an idea, yeah.
Wow. That's
Here we see the dichotomy of D&D.
Wow.
Vi, you are the first to discover. You basically, what you see, you're set on guard, because like it is definitely a monster. It is definitely a monster. You basically see an ogre, but this ogre is just like chilling. Like he's just sitting on like a hill. Like he's laying back on a hill. It's a really big hill, but you can kind of tell that he's been here a lot because it's kind of like smoothed out to kind of where it's like a chair for him. D, you follow in suit. You follow in pursuit. Not too far behind. But yeah, essentially you find an ogre. He's
Korrak have to roll a
tribalistic
constitution?
a little bit, more like a shaman. Yeah, he's somewhat like a shaman, and he looks at you like, dude.
Oh god, it's a surfer.
This is an ogre. Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's a
Korrak kind
surfer.
of just tilts his head, wondering what the fuck's happening right now.
Like, yeah, cool people. How you been? Hi guys. What's up?
Curiously enough, how does this? It's not a hallucinogen, is it?
Nah, man. Nah. Like,
What's your stuff, man?
like, dude, it's the good stuff, man. I got this new one. I call it Skywalker. Man, you feel so good. You just like walk on clouds and stuff. Yo, what's your name?
D&D. It's D&D.
This is
We
the
could
first time
technically
in a
make you
long
do
time
that.
I've ever heard anyone say anything good about Skywalker.
Yeah.
Oh
It's like,
goodness, Star Wars.
yo, you guys here to purchase some herbs?
I think one of us is now.
I'm good.
Hell yeah, what you got?
Yeah. So it's like, oh yeah. First, what's your guys' name? I haven't seen you guys here before.
Call me out. And I do like the weird finger guns gesture.
Yeah.
I go up next to him because why not? I'm high. My judgment is skewed. Hello, tall ogre. Man, look at all my other tall friends. You'll get along just fine. I met
Yeah, this
them, like-
ogre is like taller than Korrak.
Yeah, it is. Korrak's just like, how much? What? The fuck?
Korrak's not used to looking up at people.
Yeah.
No, not
Like,
not
what the
only
hell
that,
is
but
this?
he's just seeing this entire scene, and it's just like, why?
It's like,
Like
Hawthorne's
his
gonna
brain,
talk drugs with him.
yeah. Korrak does not understand drugs. He does not understand.
I think we lost Ren. She not. Hold on, let's ask if this is not an okay thing for her. Essentially, yeah, it's like, yeah. My name's Marley. Nice to meet you guys.
Oh my god.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm as you can see, I'm the protector of these herbs over here. You know what I mean?
Shoot, nice.
Shit, like,
Cole over there likes herbs or like plant stuff.
yo, another plant brother. What's up, my man? And he like brings down his hand, like it's basically his thumb and his like index finger. He's like trying to shake your hand, like even because you're considerably smaller than he is. Oh.
I shake it for him.
Yeah, so
Sorry, he's shy.
yeah. Well, Tolsimir is not here. When he realized this is what was going on, he decided to sit this out.
Okay. Don't worry, he's just over there. He's having fun with the shade. Trees.
Like, man, that's okay. It's totally fine. Anyway, anything I can get you guys? Like, we got some
Okay.
good. I need an
Tolsimir says that he can't, and doesn't mention the fact that he wouldn't.
Yeah. Anyways, he's just like, yeah. So what can I sell you guys? I got some good stuff. I mean, let's see what I got here. I got a couple herbs. I got a couple healing potions if you need them. What do you guys?
That sounds cool.
Yeah. What do you guys need?
I ask him for first and foremost the recreational drugs.
All right.
The most important thing.
Obviously.
Yes.
He gives you a selection of it, and there's like, yeah, this is like, if you're new to this like kind of scene, but obviously I can tell that you're one of my people. You know what I mean? Some of the heavier stuff is gonna be like this one. This is a good one, man. This is brand
So
new.
his version of a doobie is just a big boulder of weed.
You're like, you want one? Like here. Like here, this one's on the house. Go ahead, take a puff.
Right, yeah, he does so.
And it's like, I need a Constitution save.
Does Dee need to make one too?
No, because
Fine.
Dee's not
Okay.
puffing it.
Yeah, okay.
I wonder if Korrak's eventually going to wind up getting the second handshake, because he's just kind of standing back watching this confused.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Well,
He doesn't-
notably, you are also immune to disease.
Oh, not
yeah. Oh, yeah.
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 I don't really know what
Immune to
drugs
being
count
a-
as.
Oh, yeah. Korrak literally can't be affected by weed.
Well, is weed a disease or is it a poison? I don't know if you're probably not-
It's a mind and
Mind
body
altering
altering
effect.
thing. Like, it.
I think it's a disease.
He's so
Yeah.
right.
I don't know what it would register as, because, like, technically it's something like a poison where it gets put into your body that your body does not like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing as a
It's like
basically
foreign stuff. So I would say weed counts as being foreign.
as Marley is describing to you all the all of his herbal products, you start to notice, like, he's not just like a pot. He doesn't just smoke pot. Like, he actually is an herbalist and does actually have
Actually, it looks
potions and like an alchemy brewer.
Korrak kind of looks and goes, actually, a couple healing potions would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Just don't mix the two.
Huh?
I
Was
said
that
don't
fair?
mix the two.
No mix. Yeah.
Tell me what to do. You're not my dad. He's dead, and I'm gonna mix them.
Oh, oh, so
Whoa.
fine.
Whoa, little dude. Like that.
Dang.
You know, that's a little on the X-nay. You know what I mean?
Korrak, it's fine.
It's like, oh, and
It's just
essentially
lesser
what happens-
restoration. It's fine.
when you combine the two together, essentially what happens is that you fail. Like, it's like essentially how I could describe it. You make 3 Constitution saving throws and you nat 1 to all 3. That's essentially what happened. When you mixed the healing potion with the thing that
You
you.
didn't-
I didn't buy it yet, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna mix it.
I mean,
'cause I didn't buy
Korrak's
it.
the one buying the potions, by the way.
Well,
He's
so
the
here's the
one
thing. So here's the
Saying I'll
thing.
mix them. What's up?
He's he's letting you use the product and also buy the product. He's like very much of a like, you know, the whole thing, don't smoke the product. Yeah, he's very much.
Yeah, don't smoke your own
Not
supply.
into
Yeah,
drugs.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
don't, because I have zero experience with any of this.
yeah.
Dee?
Well,
So
it's like
he-
it's kind of just a general saying, like, you know, you don't use what you intend to sell.
Yeah.
Ah,
He's
cool.
one of these people.
So, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. I'll
Business
give
in the red.
like, yeah. I'll give you let's say 3 healing potions. I don't know, maybe 25 gold each. Sound good to you, man?
Yeah, sounds
Sounds
great.
great.
All right. You know, and then this one's just on the house for buying some of my supplies. And you know, he gives like Hawthorne a small baggie,
Yes.
of some medicinal, quote unquote medicinal,
Recreational.
yeah, recreational product, and he was like, oh no.
Is it like a sampler bag?
Like, nah, man, nah. It's like, look,
Is it your
This-
favorite? Is it your special one? What is this? I give it a sniff. I probably can't tell what it is since I'm high.
yeah, it's like, look, man, for buying so many potions from me, you know, obviously you're gonna get a little extra.
How much did you guys buy?
3 potions.
Okay, you guys bought 3.
So how much was that each? 25 each?
25
so
gold.
All right, I'll mark off 75 gold.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah, Korrak's the one that kind of stepped up and said, actually, the healing potions sound good, so he'll go ahead and buy those.
He does also have a couple other potions. He has, he does have a potion of lesser restoration, and he has also a potion of dragon's breath.
Ooh.
It basically it gives you it's like the spell dragon's breath, and it does the fire one.
Did we split that?
The gold and the dragon.
Yeah,
Everyone got 1,000 gold.
Everyone got 1,000. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, it was originally 5,000, but I'm like, hey, man, would you like another? Can you pick up another 1,000 to make it an even split?
So they're not an infinitely repeating number.
Yeah.
Vikima would like to ask since I'm sure she would have known of some drugs that can make you like a bit hyper.
I don't have one made right away, but I can make one right. And
You do drugs?
Look, Vi's someone who went through college. Of course they do drugs.
I mean,
right doses. I've done lots of experimenting.
Vi lived off of coffee and Adderall.
I was gonna say, Vi does strike me as someone who would be like, just to have the experience, just to.
Well, it's all
down
that
her
like,
thing.
you know.
What kind of
also actual scientific?
Zone, what level of healing potions are they? Minor, regular,
they're the basic
superior?
ones. They're the
common.
Yeah, the common.
Yeah, so 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, it's 2d4 plus 4. Yeah, 2d4 plus 4, right? Not 2d4 plus 2.
Plus 2 for
Plus 2.
regular healing potion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I think I got the stuff. Yeah. He pulls out some items that he's gotten from like monster parts. Like most of you are like who are paying attention, who's not Hawthorne, are curious as to how he got these monster parts because he looks so high off his ass. You can't he doesn't even look like he's ready.
To be fair, it is an ogre, and they're pretty strong.
They are, but also he's super high off his ass.
Yeah, but that just makes him have lower dexterity.
Yeah.
That's fine. If he's big enough, he can crush them. It's fine.
There you go.
You have like different strains of weed and stuff. Some of it is high functioning, so you can still go about your everyday life, but just be more chill.
But the one that he had, the one he likes are always the ones that slow him down.
Knock you off your ass. Make you just have to sit there and think about the universe.
Yeah.
And the sound of one hand clapping.
Yeah. And he basically yells, "Hey, Alexa, set timer for 3 seconds." And then what you see is like a small parrot bird, essentially. That
great.
Yeah, it's like, "Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes." Or basically, reflecting off of what he is saying, and basically. Counting down, all the way down. It's like,
for 2 minutes.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah.
Did you say set alarm in 2 minutes or for 2 minutes?
He's like, oh.
We're gonna get an alarm for 2 minutes. Straight.
Alright, Korrak is gonna go walk back over to Tolsimir and just kind of hand him one of the healing potions he bought.
Tolsimir will take the healing potion and put it in his bag and say, "You sure about this?"
Yeah, I'm sure. I know I'll be fine. I don't know what's going on over there. Hawthorne started acting weird around weird-smelling grass. I don't even get it.
Well, Tolsimir will say, long story short, the weird-smelling grass has mind-altering effects. Some people like those effects, and they're not inherently harmful. But part of the tenets of my oath is that I'm not I'm not able to use them, so I don't.
Well, that and like part of our paladin thing stops us from being affected anyway. Isn't an effect.
I get a sampler of all the drugs I get.
He is kind
I'm
of
gonna
looking
say that,
around
like-
to make sure they haven't walked into a different dimension.
As
Kai's like looking around the store. He's like, I'm gonna say that she was familiar with like the hallucinogenic properties at her hometown, but for like religious purposes. So
Yeah.
she's like, they sell this.
Hawthorne
This is a thing that they sell.
thinks he's in the plane of smoke or something.
yeah.
My mind is in the plane of dreams, astral plane. My body's here.
Yo.
I casted Blink, but I split into two.
Yeah. Basically, Tolsimir, Korrak, as you guys are just on the far reaches, like you can see that you can kind of see like the creatures of like or not the creatures, more like the tendrils of the corruption slowly trying to inch its way over to the
So
ogre.
there's corruption bits. It's also maybe we should take care of this.
Yeah.
It's like, but like they're unlike before, where like it'll immediately hostily attack you or will try to corrupt something. It doesn't really spread. It just kind of like rolls.
Oh my god, the power of nature is stopping the corruption.
Yeah, the corruption is high.
The corruption is high.
That is not inaccurate. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like,
Oh,
maybe if we
wait,
force
maybe-
feed the corrupt creatures a bunch of weed.
Oh, you know what? That might actually have something to it.
Yeah. But
It's a good
you
backup
know
plan.
what? Roll me. I guess just pure intelligence, either of you.
Oh,
Oh,
god.
yeah, ask that of the two people with an 8 in intelligence.
Wait, your intelligence is an 8?
Yes, my intelligence is
Yeah.
an 8.
Korrak's
bad.
intelligence is an 8.
Oh, nice.
Korrak got a 14, so
Okay.
not bad.
Yeah. Perfect. That's all we need. Essentially, the reason why you can kind of imagine it's so strong is because this ogre is like 90 is like 90 times the human mass and size of a normal human, right? So he needs to smoke way
enough weed
more.
to get high, he has to smoke it by the barrel.
Essentially. And because of that, it kind of permeates through the air at like a distance. And it's like he has to get because of his metabolism, he needs a really strong variant to actually do it.
Actually, Korrak is gonna go back up and ask the ogre the question. Hey, so that corruption stuff over there, we kind of need to get rid of that.
It's like, oh shit, I didn't even see that.
I
Nice.
was just making sure you're not gonna be like too mad about us getting rid of it. It
Like-
kind of just messes up the place a little.
Yeah, as long as you don't get rid of my little friend, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah. So basically, as he says that, there actually is like the smallest of like creatures. It's like it's a creature made of infection, but it's so small. It's roughly the size of a pixie. It doesn't have wings or anything, but it just kind of casually like walks on the ground, and it's like, "Yo, my man!" And he like puts his hand down just really, really low for like a small fist bump, and his tiny hand comes up just like to bump it back. And he's like, "Yeah, you want the usual?" And it like nods, and then he passes like a branch, the size, like a joint the size of a
All right,
branch.
Korrak's gonna nod and then go back to Tolsimir. Okay.
Tolsimir is going to pull out his weapon and be like, are you sure about this?
Korrak's just. I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. Let's just get rid of these corruption patches at least.
Alright,
You go and do that.
Tolsimir will go do that.
Perfect. You go and do that, and you pretty much get rid of most of them. Although, do you want to kill the tiny little corrupted friend that's like purely corrupted, but also pretty much is just smoking a branch-sized joint?
Before they do that,
Tolsimir is going to like take a long, hard look at it and see if anyone in the party tells him otherwise.
Smoking
Okay.
along with the guy, so probably.
Real quick,
Maybe don't.
real quick. I will say
Alright.
that as soon as the little guy walks up, Bartholomew is gonna be like, "What the heck is that?" and be sniffing at it.
Yeah, like,
And if the little guy wants it, can climb up on Bartholomew and ride.
it does so. It just lays on its back. It lays it on its back on Bartholomew's like head, as it just basically it holds up a giant branch that's just smoking.
Korrak kind of leans down to Tolsimir and just goes, "I think it's too high to do anything other than just get more high. I don't think it's even able to spread because it's so high." So it might be fine to just leave it.
Sorry, ask
call,
me
though.
what he's doing here.
Or what it's like, nah, man, like, I just like this place. You know, I'm a traveler. I'm a traveling merchant. You know how it is. I sell some of my goods. I get some more goods and then sell them again. You know how it be. You know, you guys are fellow travelers, you know? You guys go places, do some things, go to other places, do some more things. Yeah.
Wait, so are you a traveler, or like, because your chair is like really formed to your body?
Yeah. I just been here for 3 years now. Oh. Maybe I'll go again. But I do like this place. It's nice.
I have a suggestion, but don't let the locals see you. There's like this lake of holy water, which might give your herbs an extra kick.
Ooh, yeah, where's that?
Tell me.
It's like down by
you.
Ashwood. Oh wait, Korrak's not there. Never mind.
I'm thinking. Tell them where that lake is, and it's like, hey, go make some cool stuff over there.
Just
Drop
make
by
he
and
doesn't,
buy it
like,
off you.
just make sure he doesn't bother the locals.
Zone, can I ask you something?
Yes.
How much time and effort would it take in your game to gain proficiency in a tool?
Probably the same week of learning any skill.
Okay. Continue.
Anyways, and he's like, yeah, you know, oh. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Is it possible for me, like, to give them a little bit of the herbs I got from the lake, but not have it detract from what I need to make the potions? Just like, you know, to show them and like try to experiment with it a little bit, but not like a significant amount.
He's like, oh, can I? Oh man, you have some of those? Yo, is those the herbs you talking about?
Yeah, some of them. These were just for healing potions.
Yo, if you let me experiment with them, like if you give me them and you can let me experiment with them like a little bit, like I'd be willing to like make those 2 potions for your friend over there. And he points to Vi. Like, yeah, no charge if you just let me play with it. I want to see what they can do. You know what I mean?
Like, these are my herbs, though. I had plans for them. I was gonna make this big thing.
Oh yeah, you want to make what kind of potion you looking to make, man? I could do that for you.
Make the really big one to see if I could do it, because these are like really strong, you know.
Ooh.
I haven't really done a big one before, so. But I was gonna wait till I was like had a lot of time to, you know, be safe.
Oh, you know what would work? I can help you do that. Like you would need to if you like. Do you know how to like? I know you play with the medicine just like I do. So, you know, I think if we work together, I think we can do it better. I think, you know, we got this. Essentially, what he's offering you is that if you take up his offer, it'll cut the time like by 3. Like it'll only cost you 2 hours rather than 8. And
the biggest potion I could from these.
The biggest potion if you want, or well, it will cut down all of them in time if you, regardless of which one you want. But also, if you want to if you want to do smaller potions, it'll also cut down the time on that. The bigger potion, basically, it's a guarantee. He's offering if you do this with him, it's a guarantee that you're gonna get it perfect. But if you roll high, like if you roll on that 20, it'll be even better. So there's no risk essentially.
Okay, but like, is this also like he wants to see how the herbs work? So he would also do the make the potions provide.
He's pretty much suggesting to make it into a joint.
Oh,
it would do the exact same thing, but it's smokable now.
Oh no, I was thinking about just trying the big potion because I know how to do the joints.
It's like, all right, well, I could still offer. It'll say 100 gold. Sound good?
Wait, for what?
To help make the big one.
I think I'm a bit too high to think. Give me a minute. Let me come down.
All right. And then for you, little lady, he points to you. Vi's like, yeah.
Okay, calming down.
It's like, yeah. I think I got some bear parts. I'll see what I can do. He's gonna make. He goes back to his little time. He has a normal human-sized beaker, but his hands are massive. So basically he just what looks like a normal sized flower to you is like a tiny ass flower to him, and he's just crumbling it into his thing and adding some liquids, moving it around. You can tell they're actually he's really good at what he does. And he has 2 magical potions. This one's the bear's breath. This one will keep you awake for a night. It's pretty good. I like it. This one, this one's gonna this one will keep you going a little faster. Doing a little bit extra in there, so it's a little bit of energy. This will last maybe a day. I don't know. But once you I suggest though, once it wears off, you gotta sleep because man, that's some strong stuff. But then he's like, oh wait a minute. Oh, that's why you got the other one. That makes so much sense.
Yes.
It's totally not so that she can stay up for unhealthy amounts of time.
Yeah. It's
Well,
perfect.
may I ask, is this what you drink in real life?
I love to sleep.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, all right, I can dig it for for some little lady that's so smart, maybe.
She's a dumb.
How's 30 goals sound for the both of them?
Great. Can Vikima also have taken notes on how he was doing it since he was making it right in front of them?
Yeah. It's pretty much something you've seen Hawthorne do before. Playing around with his herbs. Maybe not for the same reason, but yeah. You got the notes. You essentially get the notes. He does it pretty quickly, but you can kind of tell he's been doing this for a really long time.
So what were the potions called again? The bear's one?
Yeah, the bear's breath. And then also, what was the other one?
Potion of haste?
Yeah, it is a potion. Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, I can also make them into joint variants. Do you want that instead? Those are better. I like those.
Potions are more efficient to consume.
Yeah, you can't just light it. Huh?
All right, okay, all right. I see how it is. But if you ever want a joint-based potion, I'm your guy.
Hawthorne's he tells him that since he suggested a new location, I'll definitely pick up on that if I go back to Ashwood and see you there.
I'll probably see you guys around. I'm just chilling. You know me.
You set up a shop over there. That'd be cool. Or if he's still here, that's great too.
Yeah. Tolsimir, when he realizes that the party is sort of looking at equipment and stuff, he is going to come over. And when he realizes that the troll has like a bunch of monster parts, he's going to browse around looking for something. And he's going to ask, Oh, go on.
Sorry, it's not. It's a ogre.
Sorry, ogre. He's going to look through the ogre's things, and he's going to ask the ogre, in your travels, did you happen to come across a wyvern stinger?
A wyvern stinger? I think I maybe have come across one or two. He was like, yeah, wyvern stinger, and he puts his hand in the bag to grab it. He's like, oh man. He
it's
pulls
like,
it out.
be careful with the wyvern stinger.
He's like, yeah, because he pulls out so his bag is large. It's like a backpack to him, but it's like a mega bag to you guys. He's like, oh man. He pulls it out. It's an entire wyvern. And it's the tail that's poking his thumb. It's dead, obviously, but it's like he pulls out the entire wyvern. Like, oh man, it's in my thumb. Oh, that sucks.
All right. Tolsimir is going to. Do I have lesser restoration? I'm gonna go check my spells. No, I don't. But I am going to lay on hands him to heal any damage he may have taken.
He took 2 damage.
I will lay on hands him for 2.
There you go. He's like, okay, yeah. Do you want it?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
4.
Hey man, wyvern meat is good. You know, it's tasty.
It's not the meat I'm interested in. I'm interested in that tail.
Oh yeah.
Because I assume you were aware of what happens if a wyvern hits you with its tail.
Yeah, man. I like to use it, for some of my stronger things. But yeah, I guess that makes sense,
So, could I get doses of the wyvern poison out of this tail?
Yeah. I think I actually, let's see. I don't know how much I can get for you. He pulls out he pulls out a water skin. It's the size of a backpack. Again, a backpack to him is ginormous to you, but a backpack to you is a water skin for him. It's like, yeah, we can try to get some out of there. So he's like, do you want it? Like, how much do you want?
I mean, as much as I can carry, because wyvern poison is 1, quite effective, and 2, quite expensive. So I would absolutely, I would take that whole tail if you were willing to part with it.
Let's see. It's like, all right. I'm always down to bargain. It's like, does anybody got a knife?
I certainly have that, so he will hand him a knife.
It's
maybe
a tiny.
you should
It's
hand
like a
him
little
sword.
Yeah. It'd probably be better for a sword because a sword to him again is like a knife.
Yeah, well, Tolsimir has that too.
Korrak's halberd.
Yeah,
Like,
translated for ogre terms.
He just takes the tail, starts filleting it off. He's like, there you go, and he passes the tail over to you. Like, there you go, little dude. I can get maybe 30 gold for that.
I will give him the 30 gold.
Like,
Wow, that's cheap. Is this guy like the wholesale of drugs?
Pretty much.
Wow. Drugs, monster parts, potions. This guy's pretty good.
I mean, it
like
is absolutely not drugs that I plan to use this tail for.
Right.
Darn.
I mean, drugs are kind of useless for paladins anyway, because foreign substances in the body is immediately rejected.
Yeah.
I know, man. I got some good stuff for you guys too. Don't worry about it.
No, I mean, Korrak's not saying this out loud, but.
Oh yeah.
This is me, the player, saying it's funny because the paladins just don't feel a damn thing.
Yeah. So he's just like, I'm just chilling. It's like, you want, So he gives him the entire tail. It's like, yeah, there's the tail, man. You do what you want with it. Ooh, you know what? I am kind of hungry. It's like, he's like, he is pretty hungry. He's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't let this go to waste. So he's draining the rest of the wyvern. He basically takes his jaw, opens it, walks over to a branch, and then clamps it shut. So it because it's basically he's without a tail, so it's bleeding out from the tail. Essentially, he's doing jerky. He's jerkying it essentially.
Yeah. As far as I know, the tail is the only dangerous part of a wyvern, and you could eat the rest of it.
Yeah. So he's just, he's essentially like, hey, yo, Marty, get the fire started. And this tiny little the small infection dude jumps off from Bartholomew. He's like just kind of wobbly, and he tries to pull out some flint and steel and just ticks at it to get the fire started. So so what about you, Hawthorne? What do you want? You still have your thing to do.
Wait, what thing? Are you talking about the potion stuff?
Yes, the potion thing. He's off.
I was hoping to do it in a town, so I could get into.
I'm gonna hop off for say 30 seconds. And
this is one smart ogre, considering ogres apparently aren't usually very smart.
Yeah, man, he's intelligent. He's good. He's good blood.
He's good.
He got so high, he saw the face of God and was able to gain the intelligence over drugs.
Right.
Yeah, he's so high that he's not at all violent like his kin is, and he just
like Korrak is kind of more amused by this. Like, huh?
No. He's a nice guy.
He has never heard of an ogre like this before, so he's kind of content to just let it be.
Yeah. Who knows? You may or may not see him a lot.
Maybe that could be cool.
I guess whenever you feel like having us do like a small shopping episode without having to go to another town, huh?
I don't know. This is only for a couple of small things. I
You
would like
guys
to go to
are
the
in
town.
hell, and there he is. He's like, oh, hey, guys, how you
Yeah, somehow we wind up having to traverse hell for some reason, and he's just there.
Yeah, he's just chilling. He's like,
Down to buying some more healing potions from him, and also some of the. I don't know. He asks he talks to the ogre, asks him what kind of drugs he'd want to suggest, or tries to get a little bit of everything because his portions are probably ogre size, and he doesn't need that much because he just can't carry that much.
If you want you sized, he'll charge 10 gold pieces for all of the drugs.
Awesome. How much is? I don't know how much that is.
Meanwhile, Eva's just like, honey, no.
Oh, it's like, oh man.
Stuffing my pockets full of them.
I mean, I don't feel like, I don't know. Would Eva really have much of a problem? I mean, it's not like they're hurting Hawthorne. Like,
it's like, oh.
How could you think? Ha 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 ha.
It's like, oh.
Well, no, Eva would know whether or not they're harming Hawthorne.
Yeah, but it's probably not harming Hawthorne. But she's like, the Hawthorne is also her only physically capable, physically capable cleric.
Follower.
Yeah, and if Hawthorne's incapacitating himself to a point where he's like as slow as her older clerics, that might be an issue.
Her only cleric high off his ass.
Well, don't worry.
I'm ascending.
I don't know. If Hawthorne starts doing it too much, Korrak might kind of have something to say there.
There you go.
Good luck. Anyway,
maybe. I don't know. I think of anything, but I probably won't.
He's probably going to ask if he's going to buy some potions for the rest of the group, just have one each. Which would be. So you got. So that would be. I'll get 3 potions. So one for Ty, one for D, one for Vi.
Perfect. 75 gold, mob dude.
Hand them out.
Alright, cool. Well, that's all. I'll catch you guys on your way if you want. Unless you want to hit me up on that deal, you know what I'm saying? I do kind of want to mess with that.
I kind of need it in a potion variant though, because I can't really smoke as fast as I can drink. You know, you can't have any black paper smoking.
I get you.
Usually it's in the middle of a battle that we have to use these. So like, yeah, it's kind of a need it now situation kind of deal.
Basically, Hawthorne is going to make they got so from the lake that Eba made holy and the plants that kind of grew from that, they grabbed enough to make either 8 regular
potions.
Yeah, 4 superior, 2 greater, and then 1 was it ultimate or something?
Yeah,
you know,
this
the
is
top
the biggest one.
The biggest one, the big boy.
I want to make the big one.
The ultimate.
Yeah.
The ultimate potion.
The final potion.
Like,
I'll bring someone back to life.
Oh my god.
Okay, all right. I'll still help you out, but man, it would have been better if, like, you know, a potion. If it's not a potion, you know, like the good stuff. Like, but I see you. I feel you. I don't want to like.
If my god ever blesses another lake or something, and I get more potions, herb stuff, I'm sending it your way. Do you have an address?
Like,
Actually, no. How does postal work?
And now Eva will never bless another lake again.
Yeah, it's like yeah, okay. But like, so he is still offering to help make that potion. It will cut you down to 2 hours.
It's fine. Wait, as a potion or is the joint variant?
It's the same either way.
I would like to have the potion as a potion.
He's offering. He's like, all right. He's basically saying, all right. I'll help you make the potion.
Yes. Yeah. You guys down for staying here for another 2 hours? If you want, I got some drugs for you to smoke.
Tolsimir is mostly interested in his tail. Don't take that out of context.
Are you perhaps?
I gotta find a town for you to do stuff with that. I think, right?
Yeah, Tolsimir would like to go to town and make and extract the poison out of this tail.
Yeah.
And eat it afterwards.
I don't think that's safe.
No, probably not. But yeah,
We'll ship
I
it back
just imagine Korrak and Tolsimir just playing boulder paper shears.
Boulder paper shears. I'm sorry.
That's good.
Yeah.
I see.
Tolsimir is going to say that he's not above using this to purge the plague or anything else that might threaten him or innocence.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, so they'll make the potion then. Is it? I have to pay him 100 gold to make it.
Well, he's offering his services for 100 gold to help.
To help? Okay.
Yeah. Because basically you're guaranteed it, but if you roll, what I'm saying is that if you roll like a natural 20 or something, or natural ones are totally X'd here, and if you roll, it doesn't matter what you roll essentially, but if you roll a natural 20, it will come with a greater benefit.
Okay, so I still roll for it?
Yeah. It doesn't mean anything. You get it regardless. The roll is for a better effect if you get it.
Okay. So, after this, I would like to ask you a question.
Yeah, no, I see the question. I'm typing it out right now.
Okay. So that is my proficiency plus wisdom, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's the herbalism kit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks.
All
right,
you get one regular big thing.
Yeah, just the ultimate potion.
Just the ultimate potion.
Just that.
Yeah, you know.
We don't
just
even
the
have the
thing that-
HP for this, you know?
Right. We don't even have the HP for the ultimate to really, like, be as effective as it would be if we were level, 17 or 20.
It's fine. I'm just gonna...
We'll save it for later. We'll save
It's gonna, it'll be polished up. I'm gonna put it with a little bow, maybe, for Eva. Because she doesn't like my drugs. I have, like, a little something.
Yeah,
Make it
yeah.
look
Hawthorne
nice.
might want to do something nice for Eba because
Yeah. We'll draw a little face on it. A little potion. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it as is and keep it in my bag.
Like,
All right.
Like, man, we do some good work. He throws his arm over your shoulder, and you're kind of tiny, so it kind of goes around your whole body.
I buckle under the weight. I'm very weak.
Yeah.
He's like, we do some good work, little buddy.
He
Yeah,
slaps me on the
Zone,
shoulder. and I
what I
fall
would
over.
like to know is, once I get to town, can I just make this tail into poisons without a check, or would I have to go through some sort of task in order to get it done? And if the latter, could I ask for this guy's help and get the same thing where I spend 100 gold to auto succeed?
Yeah. I mean, it would have been the same either way.
Can I make my tail into poisons?
Yeah, you can. He doesn't quite have the dexterity, to like, to like properly drain it out. Like he can just like crush it with his hands and get a whole bunch out, but like
that would be great, except that he would be touching it. Like, does he have gloves or something?
no,
that
he
could
just
do that
got
without touching
stone.
it?
He just got like really strong hands.
Yeah.
He would wring it out,
Pretty much.
but probably get like a bunch of blood on it. I guess
I
like
can't
It's
have
not the
to
blood I'm worried about. Is that if the wyvern poison touches his hands, it will hurt him really badly.
Oh no, for him it's just he smoked too much pot. It doesn't hurt at all.
Okay. Well, how much? First of all, how many doses of wyvern poison could I get out of this tail?
How big are wyverns typically? They're large creatures, yeah?
Yeah, wyverns are large.
Yeah. I'd say from the entire tail, from where he cut it that he was offering you, you could probably get a fair bit. Like at least 7 water skins full.
Okay. If I paid him to do that for me, would he?
Yeah. He'd be willing to do
Okay.
that.
How much would I have to pay him for to help me with safely extracting the poison out of this tail?
Probably 10 gold per water skin.
All right, I will pay him 70 gold for help with this.
And it's like, all right, okay. Like, hold on, let me go get the barrel. So he pulls out a tiny can for him, a can barrel, and then he just takes his thumb and his index finger. He squeezes against the tip or the edge where where he cut. Squeezes it tight, like he's like about to tie a balloon, and then just wring it downwards as letting the poison drip out, and a bunch of other things too. But most of the poison gets into the barrel.
All right.
There's a little bit of meat in there, but he pulls that out and he tosses it to the side. So he's like, all right, okay, like, all right, man, 70 gold she's all yours. Go ahead, you can just dip your water skins in there whenever you feel like.
All right, well, Tolsimir hands him the 70 gold and dips his water skins in and harvests the poison.
He's like, all right. So now you have 7 water skins filled with it.
Yes. Is a water skin a single dose, or can I get more than 1 dose out of a water skin?
Out of one water skin, you could probably get 3 doses.
I'm just going to say that I have 21 wyvern poison doses.
Yes.
Cool.
He's like, oh, probably should mention that you need. I don't have it on me, but like if you want them to if you want them to last longer, you're probably gonna need a bit of the sand. You're probably gonna need a bit of crystallized sand, if you know what I mean. You could probably get them at any shop though. Like I don't have them on me. Sorry about that. But It's gonna last maybe a month, before they like expire.
Interesting.
So, but unless you get like this, it's basically the crystallized sand is basically a salt variation of the corpse
Potions?
slow down spell.
Oh,
You mean the one
I
with, like, the
definitely thought
chocolate?
you meant crystal meth.
No, no.
Yes, of course he did.
No, essentially what it is that it's actually it's an actual real thing. You can look it up. But when lightning strikes sand, it actually freezes it. It's really cool. But that's essentially what he's like. You have to go buy that.
Well, Tolsimir will do that, but he will also use this wyvern poison on anything that may or may not come and try and kill us.
Perfect. It's like, all right. Like, well, you guys bought all my stuff, man. I don't have to go and get more things. Oh,
Yeah, but you got more gold.
Like, that's true. That's a smart lad. So, he's getting up from his thing. Basically, as he's starting to walk, he's like, all right, guys. It's nice meeting you guys. Hopefully I see you again. Maybe get some more of those good stuff.
He's leaving his wyvern jerky.
He's like, I was like, oh, yeah. It's like, yeah, I'll be back. I just gotta go grab some more of things. But he's leaving, but he's not like leaving to leave. He's leaving to go grab other things. And
yeah.
He's still draining the.
I just imagine shipments just like, I say fight all the time, but like, what am I even fighting for?
Like,
Oh God,
Tolsimir is also going to go to D, present them with one of the water skins full of poison, and say, "Do you want these?"
Dee's still confused about what the hell just happened.
Don't worry, D.
Hold for one
we'll tell
moment,
you
my
later.
mouth full. Sorry, very sticky candy.
Shipment high right
Dee
now.
will look at the water skin and look at Tolsimir and be like, "Why?"
You shoot a crossbow, don't you? If you coat the crossbow in poison, it will be much more effective against anything that is not immune to poison. So,
well,
not undead,
it's more
not
accurate if you say the bolt. If you coat the crossbow,
coat the crossbow bolt in poison, and then if you shoot it at something, whatever you hit will be afflicted by the poison, and the poison is quite effective.
Possibly, but I do not have bolts at this time.
But don't you have a crossbow? How do you shoot your crossbow?
My crossbow, I enchanted my crossbow so that I do not need physical bolts anymore.
Oh,
I can buy
Can you
physical
coat
bolts.
the bolt you create in poison just before you shoot it? Is that a thing?
I cannot.
Oh, well,
it is not
never mind then.
technically physical, but I can buy more. But I was going to buy more bolts once we got to a town with a weapon shop.
Well, when you do, let me know. I don't have a ton of these, but they're quite effective, and if we're fighting for our lives, it's absolutely worth using.
Understood, and thank you.
yeah, doing good so far.
Yeah. Tolsimir is a nature paladin. There are good aspects to that. He is also very much willing to use poison.
Well, I mean, hey, that's not dishonorable. Honestly, use what you can to fight and win.
Exactly.
That's fair.
And the wyvern poison is also super good.
Fair. It's also not like you're fighting like super honorable targets anyway.
Exactly. I'm fighting a plague.
Like
I'm
you're
willing
not
to do what I have
some
to.
noble warrior that values chivalry. You're fighting plague assholes and like evil assholes that don't give a fuck about honor anyway.
And if I was fighting a noble warrior who values chivalry, I would not use poison on him.
Right. Like.
In any case, shall we head to town?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
So,
let Hawthorne walk off some of his high.
Yeah, basically, basically at this time, Tolsimir has to, let Hawthorne ride Voya, and he's more, it's not so much ride, more like just slumped over Voya, because that's how high.
Wait, technically,
Voya does not
Korrak-
seem happy about this, but Tolsimir reasures her it's okay.
Technically, if Korrak uses lay on hands to use it 5 points to cure poison, would that technically make Hawthorne not high?
No.
Damn.
Dee's gonna
What's
say
the effect?
to Tolsimir and Voya, if Voya does not wish to carry Hawthorne, I can take over.
I think it'll be fine. I would rather you have your hands free.
Understood.
So after that fun little excursion, you do come to a town. It is a walled-off city, a walled-off town, not like the one before, but it's just actual made of stone and brick, and there are guards posted in the front of one of the entrances. So you do come up to it, and they're like, "Oh, halt! Identify yourselves."
We're a band of travelers.
Like a band of travelers, eh? And
He pulls out the guild identification.
Like, oh, you are members of the Artisan Guild. All right. Sorry about that. We've just been on edge lately. There's a lot of sick people that we just haven't been able to handle. Be careful out there. All right.
Understood.
Trust me, I know a fair thing about sick people that we haven't been able to handle.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is not Logberg. This is
Lossberg. This is a different one.
Yes, this town is called. Welcome to. Oh, 1 second.
Sonorol.
Yes, Sonorol. Go ahead. If you want to do Glass, if you want to describe this town, it's up to you.
Oh.
Are there any mysterious wispy shadows around here that might trap us in this town?
Not this one.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
good.
don't look around before we walk in.
Yeah, Tolsimir is going to be paranoid from now on whenever he enters a new town.
Good.
Just, looks around for shadows as he comes in.
Zoned, how hard shall I go?
Let's go light to medium. So
Okay. As you walk in, it's not like a huge city, but there are still quite a number of people. You can see a number of people out on the streets, maybe not as many as you were expecting, but still quite a few. A lot of them seem to be kind of bundled up. Some kind of look a bit pale or a bit shaky, some coughing a little. Ordinarily, maybe you wouldn't think too much of this. Maybe it's just allergies, but with the foe that you're fighting, perhaps you're a bit suspicious. And the guard did mention lots of sick people. Another thing that you mention, there are some, stalls set up, like a street market with food and fruit and stuff, and, various things that the townspeople are selling. Some of the items made of wood and some of the fruit are going stale a bit quickly, or going rotted a bit quickly, and that's also strange. You'd think that they'd be selling fresh things, not rotted. Of course, those who notice are trying to put it out, but there's still a bit of a smell.
Oh, jeez. There is also another market that does actually sell things. It's not dead, but there are people still clearly going. But it's clearly not what you would imagine a market to be. They do have another section of the marketplace that does sell items and goods.
All right.
Other than food.
Well, Tolsimir would like to head to the portion of the marketplace that sells items and see if there is a blacksmithery. A blacksmithy? A place where a blacksmith
Smithy.
Hey, I be here. What do you need, laddie?
Do you? I would probably need to get this custom made because I imagine you do not sell barding.
Or what now?
Barding, which is horse armor.
I was like, I suppose, I could probably have it made in a day. What kind of armor are you looking to get?
Can I get back to you on that? Because I will have to go look up what armor I can afford.
Okay.
So,
Like,
give me a second while I sift through my books.
Perfect. Anyone else would like to do anything? Tolsimir is currently trying to buy horse armor.
I'm trying to figure out what...
Which
I'm
is,
trying to
funny.
think of anything that might be in Korrak's price range.
You guys each got 1,000 gold.
Yeah,
but
Even with that.
if Korrak wants an enchanted weapon or something, they're usually going to go for more than 1,000 gold.
That's also true.
Is this a big town, or is it like...
It's smaller than the people that you saved, but it's not that. But it's like I'd say it's like no more than 3,000-ish people.
So it's not like a big hub with like a lot of magic items that you could buy and sell and stuff?
It would definitely have its fair, like this is actually one of those in-between towns where it's like one of those things that it does actually have a fair bit of like its thing. It's very small, but you would be able to find a fair bit of magical items here, yes, or have one commissioned, because this is one of those towns where like traders and adventurers and merchants come and like congregate and then go out. Because the place that you're here, it's like this the place that like the people that you see are sickly and things like that and a little bit pale, but the place itself is actually not that bad.
Yeah.
Like, pretty well funded.
Okay.
Yeah. Tolsimir wants to know how much is splint barding.
Hold on. Let me see what splint armor costs, because
splint armor, I looked it up, is 200.
like hold on. Splint. Let me check something really quickly. I apologize. Like 300 gold if you want the non-magical one.
Do you have magical ones?
I can get. I mean, I'm making them from scratch. If you want magical, I can.
I mean, how much is +1 splint barding?
Let's see. Considering I'm making it fresh, it's a horse armor, not many splints. Maybe an extra 100 gold. Sound good to you?
Yeah, I will absolutely pay 400 gold for +1 splint barding.
All right. It'll take me about a day to get done, eh?
Right. Can I ask you for something else while I'm here?
Hey, what'd you like, laddie?
I will pull out my extra pointy spear and say, I would like a +1 extra pointy spear. I can give you this one if that would help. Otherwise, I will absolutely pay to have it made from scratch.
Like, like, let's see what I can work with. What other weapons do you have? Do you have any other spears similar to this one?
I mean, I have some javelins. Would that help you?
Like, I just want to see what you got. See if I can use any of it. You do actually have a unique one.
Right. I have. I have this weird thing, but you never told me what it was.
It is basically it's essentially what it is. It's just also a spear made from Deca.
All right. Well, I will pull that out. Pull that out too.
It's like, oh, wait a minute. It's like, this is interesting. He looks at it. It's like, essentially, to you, it would have only been a +1. It is magical by nature, but it doesn't actually do anything. Like its attacks won't be considered magical, but if used as material, it could actually be helpful.
All right. Well, I will hand that over.
It's like, yeah, Yeah, you mind if I scrap this one for parts? Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Like, all right. Like, maybe tax on another 100. Sound good?
Sure.
All right. Deed's done.
So,
He shakes
so
your
500
hand.
gold for magically pointy and magically magic horse armor.
Yes.
And Tolsimir will pay up front.
He's like, okay. He's like, all right. Well, man, I'll see you maybe in a day, maybe
I'll
tomorrow.
see you in a day.
All right. So he's gonna go work on more magical arm. He's gonna work on his 2 magical items.
D
Yeah.
is also in the blacksmith.
Voya can be tanky and not die. I'm
Yeah.
so
Yay.
excited.
So he's like, oh yeah, what's with that? Is that a Pegasus? Since when? Like, you're in a strange adventurer, you know.
Yeah, you don't know the half of it.
Like,
Yeah, it's like I just laid down 500 gold right in front of him.
Like, yeah.
Presumably that is probably more gold than he has seen any single person lay down in his entire life. So
it's actually not correct, because this town is a town where adventurers, merchants, like high-profile merchants, like a lot of adventurers, like yourself, and a bunch of traveling like sellers, all come to congregate and like sell things here.
all right then.
So it's not that freaky to him. The fact that a horse has wings is a little freaky to him.
Yeah.
Because he's never actually seen one, because he's also worked in this town pretty much.
Yeah, okay. Well, that is something that I would make clear is my horse has wings, the armor needs to have wing holes.
It's like, yeah. Like, I'll make that. I can do that.
And then Tolsimir will head out and wait for any other party members who might want to do something.
Korrak's gonna see what kind of enchantments he can get for his halberd.
Yeah. It's like, hey, what kind of enchantments you looking for? I can probably see what we got for parts, but I need to know what you want.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember what I was after, actually. We'll just go for a +1 halberd. Yeah.
Can be done. Yeah.
If you need me to, I can trade in the one I already have.
No need. I'll just make this. It's cheaper for you if I give you this one. That way you get the,
All right.
That way you get the bonus here. But yeah, that seems about right. So it'll basically cost you also 100 gold.
All right, that's cool.
It's like, if you wanted an rush order, it'll also take me about a day. I'll see you guys maybe late tomorrow. Sound good?
All right, sounds good.
Unfortunately, at that time, I can't. You'll just be without your weapon. Sorry about that.
That's fine. I've got others.
All right. So he goes back to he goes to try to Smith. Going back to like fixing his weapons. He's really interested in that spear that Tolsimir brought, and he wants to know what he can do with that. Knowing what the others and handling their stuff with the Smith, he's taking the town guild. It's like, we were here. Yes. The town guild's like, oh, hi, a member of the, are you, I guess you're, he's like, yeah, all your stuff checks out. Nice to meet you, D. Vice. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Correct. My name is D. Vice.
Wow. How can I help you?
I was just confirming that I was part of the Artisans Guild in case the town guard came to verify with you.
Oh no, yeah. You're definitely here. So, what do you need? So, is there anything we can help you at the moment? Do you need any new supplies? Maybe you broke a tool or two.
Actually, I have been needing some specific bolts. Would I
Bolts?
go here? Would I go?
We don't have a
here?
lot, but we can see what we can get you.
Well, would I do that here, or should I go to your town smith? I know each town is different in what they provide.
Well, truth be told, we buy all of our bolts like from the guild. If you want to buy it from us, we'll definitely be happy to sell you some. But if you want like a special custom one, you gotta go to the smith. We can't sell you +1s though, or we can't sell you slightly stronger ones, which is essentially +1s.
Do you have any bolts made of pure metal?
Probably not. A lot of a lot of the artisans here try to also do it for practical purposes, unless they're ornamental, and even then, the ornamental ones aren't that great. So if you want one, you probably have to go to Smith.
Understood. One other question.
Yeah, what's up?
Where would I buy the items needed to make? And I'm gonna say D's gonna reach into his bag and pull out a notebook and to make night goggles, a bag of holding, and a spell refueling ring.
Well, if you wanted a bag of holding, you could just buy one from the smith or from the guild. We have one. We have those. They do come pretty often.
How much are you selling them for?
Well, for members, we'll give 10% off the purchase. 1 second. Let's go see. Let's see how many we have.
I will say Dee's just doing this to be nice, and if it is cheaper than buying the supplies,
Yeah.
Dee can make one.
Like, yeah, maybe it's like 5. We have different tiers. Which one do you want? We have tiers 1 through 4. They hold each one holds maybe 30 cubic feet more than the last.
Are there any that can sustain life?
Sustain life?
As in they contain more air.
Well, we can certainly have one custom made, but that kind of chews away the 10%. The ship, stop.
Oh.
No, I don't want to play right now. I know. Sorry. Can you say it again?
Dee was just saying that they understand that would do away with the 10%.
Yeah, because it's essentially you're being charged about the same amount. It's like, yeah, I think we could get that done. We would have to ask the smith. It'd probably take a couple days, though. Maybe he's kind of stuck on orders right now, just for like hospital supplies, but just for beds. So maybe a week.
Do you need any help creating beds?
The beds themselves are not really that much of an issue, but it's don't stretch yourself too hard. The guild is already a thing. I can see you're also an adventurer, so I don't really want to like pester you guys too much, but it's not that bad.
Well, I am proficient in smithing tools and alchemist supplies, so I can help if there is need be.
Well,
for a second, I thought you said you were proficient in beds. Like, I suppose that kind of makes sense.
I didn't know you did that kind of work.
I was like, all right, I mean, yeah. If you make a bed, you can make. I guess if you make things, you can make a bed too. Yeah, he's like, all right, well, we have been eating a lot of medical supplies. Like we're running out of we're running low on medicine and on beakers and things like that. If you can make some of those, and the ones that we have are being broken, so